make you so special? Why did he bless you? Think about it. I woke up this morning. Gonna smile when I say that shit. I woke up this morning.
So we are live. We're live with Grant Abts.
How's it going? Nice to meet you all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Live on episode number 57 of Jordan's Subjective Perspective. Bang. Cool.
57, man.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's
57 awesome. Of these things.
Yeah. When did you start doing this exactly?
Back in like June of 2017.
Gotcha.
Did like 10 and then just started hitting it hard and like.
Cool. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
Absolutely. So you want to start it off with your story about your hand?
Yeah. I didn't want you all watching and being like, what exactly is up with Grant's hand? So I figured I'd just explain it.
This story is hilarious. This story's so funny.
It's a doozy. Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago playing intramural basketball over at Missouri State, where we both go, obviously. And I was down low. Ball got passed to me. Me and like three of the guys went for it. I didn't get it, obviously, because I really don't have much skill in that area. But I was running down the court, and I looked down at my hand, and my finger was just all crunched up, and skin had torn, tendons exposed, and guy, ran over to the hospital and was in the ER till like 5 a.m. and got it all stitched up.
It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said that was really funny. I meant crazy.
Yeah, it is funny. Like, how did that even happen?
It's just wild. That's especially if I mean, you can't really show the camera the tendons, but you can clearly see the tendons sticking out. Yeah, it looks like flat noodles. Like, honestly, from like Olive Garden or something. Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty gross. But you know, it was funny. Tell the story about sitting in the waiting room.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know, it's crazy to see how like the ER like works and everything and what that system looks like, because you're sitting there waiting and like I got there at 11 and I didn't get seen till like 3:30 or 4, and you're looking around and it's like, okay, like what exactly are all these people here for? And you see people are just kind of taking advantage of the system. Like, they look fine and kind of people say they're like sick or whatever, and they're really not.
And you're forced to wait behind these people.
Yeah, and
that'd be frustrating.
Like, I didn't want to complain or anything, but I'm like, I've never seen my tendons in my life, and I'm not supposed to. So like, this should probably get taken care of first. But I mean, we got it taken care of at least. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see how that system works, and I don't know, probably could use some improvement in that area. But yeah,
that's just frustrating. Mm-hmm. Frustrating.
Absolutely.
So I think you are probably the most just very you've become a lot more open-minded and like a lot of like I like you were kind of closed off back in high school whenever I knew you.
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
And you really open up more. So like my question for you would be what importance do you place behind being open-minded?
Okay. Well, in just like explaining like my closed-minded side, like back in high school, I don't know, at that time I just put a lot of pressure and weight of importance on like meaning of life and like sticking to it and being super diligent, and like that's all good and important things, but I definitely took it to a pretty crazy level. So I don't know, as I grew up later on and matured and just kind of like put the world in a bigger perspective, I guess, I don't know, I just kind of realized like there's the mentality, like, I'm still young, like, I can go out and meet new people and just kind of live life to the fullest. But, I don't know, I just kind of, like, decided to kind of take that weight off as to how, like, crazy important it was to, like, just try to be as perfect as you can in life. And just kind of strayed away from that and kind of realized, hey, I'm human. Like, I'm gonna screw up, everyone does, and I don't know, I'm just gonna try to relax a little bit. So
totally.
Yeah.
And you've gotten more like outgoing, I would say.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I was a little shy in high school. Like
you were always a very personable guy, though. Anybody who got to know you, like, really, like, you're genuine dude. So.
I try to be as much as I can, at least. But yeah, no, in high school, like, I felt like I was kind of like the kind of sweet, nice, likable guy and stuff. And I mean, people got along with me well, but I definitely I've tried to, over the years, be more intentional and try to put myself out there even more and just kind of continue to, like, I don't know, see other people's perspectives by getting to know them more. So,
respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
So you, I don't want to mispronounce this, but you have Chrohn's disease?
Yes.
Chrohn's disease.
Yeah,
okay.
You nailed it. You got it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was Crohn's or Chrohn's.
Crohn's with an N. Yeah, it's
Cool.
it's spelled weird. It's like Chrohns. So, but yeah, no, I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease when I was 14. So when I was going into high school, so that was a pretty tough time for that kind of thing to happen. But yeah, no, Crohn's disease, I'll explain it a little bit if you don't mind. It's basically an IBD, so it's like an inflammatory bowel disorder. So like your digestive system has like sores on it, and it kind of like flares up and it goes through waves throughout life.
Okay. Throughout life, like not on a daily basis. It doesn't like get like kind of like more inflamed and then maybe shrink or like.
Yeah. So like over life, like there'll be kind of like months periods of like it'll be a little more rough, and then the next 3 months will be like I'll be feeling totally fine. So. Yeah, it's a bit of a roller coaster, but like, yeah, when that hit, it was pretty tough. There was one summer, like I dropped like, I don't know, it was probably like 20 or 30 pounds. Cause like I just wouldn't eat. Cause when I would eat, like it would like hurt my stomach and stuff.
Wow.
But we eventually figured out what it was. And then we found the procedure that was best for me, best fit me. And like, honestly, these past few years, it's been like, yeah, I mean, it's been surreal, like, how good I've been, like, having, like, I sometimes, like, don't realize I have this, and then, like, stomach might start hurting or something small might come up, I'm like, oh, yeah, like, kind of got to remember to take care of myself and stuff, so,
right.
But, yeah, no, so it's a chronic illness, so, like, I'll kind of be stuck with it for the rest of my life, but, like, I mean, I look at myself and I know like other Crohn's patients and like what they've been through, and like, yeah, I've definitely had my time, and I'll probably have some more times in the future, but like there are Crohn's patients that have it way worse than I do.
Right,
so,
right.
I don't know. I just try to keep it in the perspective. I mean, like I still like, I don't know, I got a lot to be thankful for. Like my heart's completely fine. Like I'm functioning really well, and I can still. Crohn's doesn't hinder me a whole lot, so I can still go out and do stuff. So I don't know.
Respect. That's the best way you can handle it.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just dwell on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna sit around the house. Woe is me. Like,
who knows? It might make you a stronger person.
Oh yeah. I would definitely say up until this point, I've learned a lot of it and gotten stronger from it. So for sure.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, for sure.
If you could teach everyone in the world one concept, what concept would have the biggest positive impact on humanity?
Okay, wow. All right. That's a
Bam!
that's a jam-packed one. Goodness gracious, Jordan. All right.
I can rap that backwards.
Can you?
I do.
Are you about to do it right now?
No. I just don't feel like doing it.
Hey, man, that's fair.
I just don't feel like it.
All right. So back to the question to answer the key to the universe, basically. I would say if there was one, I don't know, aspect or idea or concept like I would want to like throw out there the most would be the only way like you truly like care about something, or it could be in a relationship or loving someone in some way, like the biggest and best way to express that is action. Action has to be behind it all. Like you can, I don't know, for me, like words are like, I don't know, words can be super fleeting. Words can kind of be super empty sometimes. And so you can say, I don't know, to someone you love, I love you, I love you, I love you. Or totally. You can, I don't know, say anything and it could
express that through action.
Yeah, it can be super crazy empty, and like, people lie, people deceive, and like all that crazy stuff.
Dude, I'm kind of getting to the point in life that like, I'm just kind of done. I don't even pay attention to people, what they say that much anymore. It's pretty much all action based, because you're totally right. They speak so much louder than words. Like, yeah. Like especially how many bullshitters there are out there. Like,
oh yeah, there's a few. Yeah, they're definitely out there. So, yeah, man, action is just so crazy important when it comes to showing others and showing to yourself like, this is what I really care about. This is priority. Like, this is big for me, and like action is going to be the only way you're going to show how important that is to you. So,
absolutely. So like, inspire to take more action. Especially, I feel like
for what you care.
A lot of like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Talk about it. Like, if your like goal is to like give money to charity, just go out and do it.
Yeah,
just go do it. Like, don't quit talking about it. I mean, yeah, like money might be tight at this moment, but like, just like if you're gonna say that, just go out and do it.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, I bet there are people. I know there are people out there that like, I don't know, they'll be with friends or like in a social event of some sorts or a work event of some sorts where like they'll probably put themselves up on a pedestal and boast to everyone like, oh yeah, like I'm huge into charity, I help people out all the time, blah 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 blah. And there's probably some guy out there doing way more than he is, and he's not bragging about it.
Exactly. And that goes for anything. That's not just like exclusively to charity. Like it goes for a skill. Like the people that talk the most are typically not the best. That's what I've found, because I've gotten into like soccer and like I'm pretty confident in my soccer abilities. I'm to the point I could, if somebody's talking about soccer, like I can kind of tell them, like before even playing with them, I'll be like, that kid's not that good just by like the way he presents himself. He's bloating too much, like gloating too much, not bloating.
He's a bullshitter. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. It's like you can't lie once you're out there on the field, so like you might as well do it, and you might as well not complain about it while you're at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know, people just out there like to kind of put themselves up on a pedestal sometimes, and then like people like you go out on the soccer field and knock them down a few notches. So. put them in their place, probably.
That actually put me in a bad mood. I was kind of regretting that. I was like, yeah, that was a little too much for a fraternity league. Did I tell you the full story, like how I threw him down?
I don't think so.
The dude was
I've heard a little bit about it.
He was like 100, I would say like 120, 140, like very small guy.
Yeah.
And he was just, I don't know, he just pissed me off because he was running up and he would like go up and like push off me after defending me. I'm like, dude, just like fuck off. This is like the, like fraternity league. Like just leave me alone, man.
Yeah.
And then he kept doing it. I was antagonizing too because this kid was annoying me.
Yeah.
Because he was doing it to everybody too. It was just obnoxious.
Yeah.
And so I like gripped arms with them. I don't know. All in all, we end up not getting along very well that game. Probably, well, my fault and his. I'll take responsibility for sure.
Yeah.
All right, it's probably picking up both of our voices better.
There you go.
Yeah. So end result, I end up grabbing this kid from the front, twist to my left behind me, a full 360. And throw this fucking dude on the ground. And then I called him. I was walking up and I almost got kicked out because I was calling him a pussy so much. But I was just mad. I was just annoyed. Like this kid just really pissed me off. But
you called this kid a pussy 25 times. It's about, you've reached your limit, all right?
That's what he pretty much said to me. I called him a bitch and a pussy like 3 or 4 times each, and then I regret it. And I just basically ended. Moral of the story is that I was acting outrageous, and I love playing soccer, and I'm very passionate about winning, and I'm that way in any aspect. But I don't know. Just soccer brings out a new beast to me, and I'm just like I need to contain that a little bit more and just show it with skill, because I'm getting angry too much, and like I don't know. I can't be doing that stuff.
Yeah, no, I got you.
You gotta just hold myself to a higher standard.
Yeah,
so for sure. What it is.
Yeah, be the bigger man. But
totally.
Hey, we're all human, so
true.
Sometimes a bullshitter's got to be put on the floor. Sometimes, so
totally. True.
Yeah,
I see both sides. Can't dwell on the past, though. Can't dwell on the past.
Exactly.
So, why do we judge ourselves by our intentions and others by their actions?
Whew. Okay. All right. I would say it one more time for me.
Why do we judge ourselves by our... Sorry, I just took a drink of water and I was like slobbering out. Like I didn't have time to swallow the rest, but anyway.
Thank you for explaining in detail what happened there.
I was on the bottom.
For the viewers.
Yeah, it was just dripping out. I felt like a bulldog. Why do we judge ourselves by our intentions and others by their actions?
Okay. I would say we judge ourselves by our intentions. Honestly, because I think people in their heads think they always have good intention. Honestly, like I think a lot of people consider themselves to be good people and they want to do good things. And then, like I've said about that action perspective, like the intention might be there, but the action is not there. So that, I mean, I think that like kind of shows the intention's not really there if the action's not the reciprocate of it, basically. But when it comes to us judging others by their actions, I don't know. I think we definitely kind of like to assume we know people's intentions.
True.
And we already like got that covered. Like, I don't know. We kind of like, oh, I see behind your facade. I know what you're actually about. And then I think we honestly like are kind of bad at like looking at someone's life and like picking out those mistakes and being like, you remember this action, you remember this bad thing they did, and then that's kind of where like it's just automatic assumption of that person. And I mean, I think like we just think we understand the intention, but it's like we might not. We don't know what's going behind closed doors. We don't know what exactly they're experiencing at home or at work or
exactly
in their own time. Like, we don't know what's going on in their head. So
we don't have a full understanding of their life, so therefore we're judging on ignorance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just automatically jumping to a conclusion. Oh yeah, like I can see right through them. We're pretty boastful about thinking we know like where people's hearts are at. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And who knows? Like, I mean, like people that you might see. I don't know, like let's say, for example, a gang rivalry. Like, and one gang kills another gang member, and then the person goes back and they think they have good intentions. Hey, he killed one of my best friends. I'm gonna go kill him in response. Like, he's probably justified those actions to himself because somebody who
he feels like he's serving justice.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well worded.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But in reality, it might be revenge. Maybe there's a lesson to be learned here, like forgiveness has to happen or something. So I don't know.
But like ethically, we might not see that as right, but he sees it as right. So
yeah,
it's all relative.
Yeah. It's I don't know, and I think it's people's views on that. I kind of think it's like how people grew up. Like some people were taught to forgive, and some people were taught like, no, like don't let them get away with that. Like you need to kind of avenge them in a way. But
revenge. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of factors that go into how people react to different situations for sure. So yeah.
Yeah, that is an interesting question. I never really like put much thought into that until I guess I did when I was writing it, maybe a little bit more. But yeah. Does jealousy have value in driving humans to improve themselves, or is it a purely negative emotion? I'll read that one more time.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, dude.
Does jealousy have value in driving humans to improve themselves, or is it a purely negative emotion?
Okay. So when it comes to jealousy, all right, I'm going to try to think of a scenario. Like say there's a guy that's doing like super, super well. Like he just does really financially well for himself, got a great job, great career. And there's someone outside of that looks into that situation. He's like, I want that. Like I want that so badly. Like that should be mine. I deserve it. Like, and say that jealousy pushes him to go and just make a bunch of money and become extremely successful. I think that's good. Like,
because he still got that same end result that he desired.
Yeah. Okay. He got the end result that he wanted, and he pushed himself in like a positive way. But the thing is, once you get to that point, like I think that jealousy needs to go away. And that's kind of tough to do because if that jealousy is still there, you're just going to look at someone more rich and more successful.
Yes.
And you're just going to keep going. And
I feel like that's typically what would happen if somebody's driven by like hate or like jealousy, like any negative emotion that's going to drive somebody.
Yeah. And so like I think people just get so wrapped up in being the number one, being the top dog that they forget contentment and kind of counting your blessings and looking like, I mean, yeah, that dude's got a lot of money. He's more successful than I am, but like, I mean, I've done pretty well for myself in this life, and I enjoy what I do, which is so incredibly important. Yeah, I don't know. You just gotta kind of be content with those situations. So.
That's my number one rule I live by, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just be grateful.
Yeah, contentment. Yeah, it's so important.
And just not comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah.
Like every single time that's wrong because they have a different situation. They're not their life is not yours, so like don't do it.
Yeah, the upbringing, the situation they're currently in, just the place they're in life. Like I mean, it's different, so you can't put them on the same plane. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
What's gonna make you thrive is gonna kill me. So.
Hey man, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So.
Yeah. So. That's pretty much all the questions I wrote up.
Cool, man. Those are some pretty thought-provoking questions, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, I answered them in an I don't know, somewhat logical way. But we'll that's for the viewers' opinion. So
I'm glad I had you on.
Yeah,
I've been hanging out with you like more than pretty much anybody down in school, but besides like roommates.
Do we want to tell them about the story as to how
you ended up at Mo State?
How we Or that, or how we ran into each other in the library.
Yes.
Golden story.
Let's plan out this story before we tell it, right?
Okay.
So,
Walk away.
So earmuffs. What movie is that? Like Step Brothers or something?
Old school.
Yes. Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn just starts cussing the kid out. It's like, oh jeez. Anyways.
So, okay, I'll tell it from my perspective because this is just how I saw it.
Yeah.
And okay, so I'm walking down the street in my 6'4". Now I'm walking down and I got my headphones in, just jamming out to some music. I end up in the library. I find a computer I like. I pull up, set my backpack down, and I just got music blasting, mind you. Like, it's just blasting in my ears. I'm not fully aware of like anything. I can't hear anything on like in my surroundings. And I feel a tap on my left shoulder.
Yeah, man, you got it.
And I turn over, and it's Grant. And I have not seen this dude in it was probably like 2 years or something. I don't know. Who knows? But
2 years
even before that, I hadn't seen you much like since high school. I went to high school with Grant.
Yeah.
And I just go, what the fuck? I screamed it.
Yells it. We're in the library. And he says that. I'm like, good God, Jordan. Like, there's like everyone's looking at us now. And he takes out his headphones and he goes, oh wow, that was loud, wasn't it? I'm like, yeah, it's okay though. I'm glad you're excited to see me at least. So, yeah, no, I was just sitting there at my computer, so I'm walking. I'm like, oh my God, that's Jordan Fischer. That's awesome. So I go over to say hi, and I didn't know he'd react like that, but I mean, it was cool to see he missed me so much. So.
Yeah.
That was
I was expecting whenever I looked over to my left, like I'm thinking somebody like I don't know that I've seen in the past like even month,
Yeah.
Somebody I see pretty frequently.
Someone you run into on campus.
Totally. Yeah. Exactly. And I was like, wow, it's Grant
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Grant Abts.
He'll just come up on you.
Yeah, man. You gotta be careful. Yeah, but it's been pretty cool. Yeah, ever since that we've been hanging out a few times a week probably. So.
Yeah. It's been a good semester.
Yeah, it has. It really has been.
Been eventful, a lot going on.
Yeah, for sure. It's been good.
Should we say your Instagram name too? Because I think it's funny.
Throw it out there, man. Go for it.
Instagram.
All right, it's not that funny. You don't have to make fun of me. Calm down. Instagram _180.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the 180 for?
The 180 is definitely full circle, kind of tying back to your first question on the open-mindedness. 180 is kind of my thing, man. Like I
gotta give you some knocks on that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I've just
that's a mind bender.
I've changed a lot throughout the years compared to high school to now, and grown and learned, and 180. Just I don't know, very applicable to me, so it means a lot to me. I'm probably gonna get a tattoo of it somewhere actually. Still figuring that out, and I need money for that, so in due time.
We'll start a GoFundMe under this YouTube video.
Can I throw my Venmo name out there too?
Yeah.
Just $1. I mean, it adds up. Get a tattoo before you know it. Oh man.
I bet if you could write up a good enough of a story underneath that GoFundMe account, it could maybe go trending on like Facebook or something, and people might give you some large donations if they like the story enough and they have the money to give.
If it was, I think the ways to appeal to that, if it was really, really funny, and like it's just some sort of a hilarious situation, like, and they like just go into super funny detail about it, and you're like, that was so funny, like they earned that $1. I will give them that $1 because of that funny story.
Exactly.
Or like I don't know if it's like a super inspirational story. Like, I mean, obviously, like some kid suffering in some way from like cancer or something. Like the story is to like how they're pushing through, and they just need that little extra bump to like make what needs to happen. Like, I don't know. I'd say those are the best ways to kind of make that happen. Very different, but I mean, I think it works. So yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. Smoke alarm. Sorry.
Yeah, that started coming on in the middle.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to call us wraps on this then?
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
How long do we make it? 24 minutes.
24 minutes.
Hey.
I like it.
Honestly, I'll probably have you on again, like, pretty soon. Like, I'm assuming you'll be on, like, an episode, if you're down with it.
For sure, dude.
Okay, because I want to get one, like, it'd be fun, like, maybe me, you, and Joe, or, like, me and all my roommates, or some of my roommates, whoever.
That'd be super entertaining. That'd
be fun.
That'd be a great time, for sure. And, I mean, hey, I'm right down the road, so you know where to find me.
Absolutely.
All right.
Cool. Well, you heard it here first. No, just kidding. I've never said that before. I'm in a very
it's an honor. This is the first time you've said that.
Never said that before.
I'm an absolute honor, Fisher.
I've also never kissed anybody on the podcast. So come right now.
All right. Yeah, you know what? There's a first.
It's
sometime.
like you got like a normal cast on. Like you just hit me with it. Real quick.
Yeah, just boom,
just knock me out.
No,
we're done. That's how we end the podcast.
That'd be a little violent, but I'm glad we didn't make that happen. So
Grant just took a 360.
Yeah, thanks for not kissing me on my camera. I really appreciate that, honestly.
I even like partially committed. I was like,
yeah, you leaned in and everything. Like, okay, you come 90.
And you were ready.
You come 90. You come 90, and then I have the choice to come 10. I'm not gonna come 10. That was Hitch for you.
I was about to say, what movie was that? Hitch.
Yeah,
Okay,
you got it.
Good movie.
Sneak it in there.
Will Smith showing Kevin James, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new? Did you see the new Bright movie on Netflix with Will Smith yet?
Yeah. It has like those like goblin guys in it.
Yeah, it was like it was a controversial movie and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it. So
it brings attention a lot of like racial issues, and it uses this like race from another country. Spoiler alert! I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I won't spoil anything for you or the viewers.
Yeah.
And basically compares this alien race that they look down upon, and they treat them kind of like very comparable to how like blacks are treated in the United States.
Yeah, that's how I understood it too. Yeah. I don't know who's seen Black Panther, just came out, but Black Panther is kind of a lot of those issues brought up too, which is, I don't know, it's very interesting to see. Like, I'm sorry, total nerding out on you, my bad. I'm a big nerd when it comes to Marvel, but like Marvel definitely implemented like a lot of like current events going on into the movie, which I thought was very interesting to watch.
That's cool.
Yeah, see how they kind of woven that in there. So
they're using their platform for something, bringing attention. Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely. And it's like, honestly, it's smart of them, just because, like, I mean, people who might not be super into Marvel but are passionate about certain issues, they might go see the movie. And they threw Kendrick Lamar in there, so I mean, hey.
Wait, where was he at?
He wasn't in the movie, but like the whole playlist has a lot of Kendrick in it, so.
Really? Yeah. I probably heard it and I was like, hey, Kendrick, but then didn't associate the song with the kept him as separate, if that makes sense in my mind.
Yeah, no, I listened through the album. There's a few good songs, so. Good
for Kendrick, good for Will Smith. And actually another cool feature that's in that movie is Joe Rogan in the very beginning. Are you familiar with who Joe Rogan is?
Yeah.
Okay, he has like a podcast and on the side it has a picture of his logo and like a video, and he's talking to one of these alien people on his podcast. It's kind of cool.
That's super interesting.
He like clearly did it as like a promo.
Yeah,
and that was awesome. And it was actually funny because I started an Instagram account recently. Some people might be here because of that right now. I don't know. I'm using it as a way to drive traffic over to this as well, while providing good Joe Rogan content. Anyway, it's like a highlight clip reel, and I was working on that. I was editing up some clips while watching this movie, and that came on, and I was just so hyped. I edited for like 4 more hours. I was like, let's go.
That's awesome, man. That's super funny that he made that video and made that happen.
Totally.
Yeah.
Smart promo.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to shout myself out real quick on that Instagram account, too, because I'm growing it. It's fun. And so follow at JoeRogan.clips if you like if you like Joe Rogan at all. If you don't like Joe Rogan, then like don't follow it.
Or if you
don't like it.
Or if you just love life and love children and puppies, you should probably like it too. If you don't like it, no, I'm just kidding. I hate how Facebook accounts do that. If you don't share this 10 times, you probably want to kill puppies. It's like, no, I don't want to share it, but I also don't want to kill puppies. Like, I can do both. It's okay.
If you don't share this, then you worship Satan.
Yeah, pretty much that's the equivalent. It's one or the other. You got to choose a side. It's a little obnoxious.
Oh, I agree.
But then again, not many people are on Facebook anymore, so it's all good. Yeah.
Cool. Well, bye. Yes. There we go. Oh, were you going for one of these? The slide and lock, or were you going for the? Okay. Oh, okay. I thought we were going elbow.
We're done.
Cool.
We should stop.
I thought you were about to fly it high too, like a bird. You know.
Thinking about it, I decided to throw the idea.
We fly, no lie.
All right, we should probably wrap it up. Things are getting weird now.
Yeah, things are getting bizarre. All right, see you. Bye.
Thanks for having me.